Hello and welcome back to the Join Dota League Season 3 here on HeflaTV 1. This is going to be Game 2 of our Best of 2 series between Command to 5 as well as No Pain No Gain. Looks like we are going to have a remake as the first pick was not said properly. So, looks like we're going to be able to get back into this game shortly. That said, I'm Grandis V and I'll be joined by Banch of this game as we get into the second lobby.
Yeah, but I'm here again as we saw Commander 5. They had a pretty dominating start right there, just taking control of the game early, destroying face, and No Pain No Gain just couldn't do anything against the ensuing death ball. However, they are going to have a chance to bring it back, and have they gone AFK again as we are here on the first ban?
Oh my goodness, well I'm out of the lobby. So maybe, and as is the admin.
Radio cast time. As yeah, everyone looks like it's disconnected.
Okay, yeah, there we go. All is right with the world as we do get into the second lobby, and here come the teams as well.
Okay, just give me a quick moment. I'm going to go disconnect, leave this ASAP, and rejoin.
Out of curiosity, what was the first ban?
It was a lichen coming out from,
Yeah.
So shocking!
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so nothing too unexpected, nothing that you missed by me jumping out of the game quicker. So in the end, we should be able to get into game number 2 very quickly, as soon as first pick's all set up properly and we have the right server as well.
No, I was wrong. It was actually a Meepo Silencer first pick.
There was actually a game with the Meepo Silencer first pick. Were you casting me with me on that one? Oh yeah, absolutely.
Don't worry.
What a game. Yeah.
Don't worry. My plan now is to pick that in every single public game and say I saw it once in a pro game.
I don't know. I think in pubs, Meepo Silencer's legit. Like, you could get away with that, I think.
You can get with practically anything in pubs.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, into the game we go. Looks like we're going to load in quickly.
It looks like we are going to be waiting slowly for the other casters to join. As in, I thought there were 3 broadcast channels in different languages. I'm not quite sure where the other dudes have gone.
Yeah, I thought too as well.
Waiting.
I don't know, Master Risk invited me to his party, so I'm not sure what was going on with that. Darn you for throwing the party invitation onto the stream.
Everyone spam him now.
Absolutely. Come on. Into the game we go. The G's are coming out from both of the teams, and there we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, into the game.
Yay! We have second attempt, which is actually going to be the second failed lobby of this of today, which is weird because it usually doesn't happen.
Yeah, it does happen occasionally, though. Having one remake isn't that weird. Yeah. Well,
as we do have a nice cinematic view of these of that cliff ward area. Look how pretty it is.
Yep, I don't know. Unfortunately, on medium settings and with no ambient creatures, you can't see the beautiful little butterflies and squirrels and turtles and whatnot frolicking about on the hill, but yeah, into the fern we go.
You have to wonder, if Dota was in real life, would it be like a nature reserve kind of place? Or just
Possibly.
like David Attenborough sat there in a corner and commentating Dota matches?
Oh, that would be pretty cool. I always imagined that it would be more like some billionaire buys this nature reserve and then hosts gladiatorial events on it.
I'd kickstart that.
Yeah, let's get it happening. Let's find a billionaire first.
But either way, we are going to be going to the first pick, first bans. As why is the timer not going down? Oh, there it is. Yes, it is. But why is no one picking?
Yeah, the reserve time on my screen is kind of shifted to the right a little bit.
Yeah.
Reserve time.
Oh, there we go. As we do have the Viper getting banned out. Of all things, the Viper.
Yep, I mean, Viper's really annoying to lane against, and a lot of teams just don't want to deal with him flat out, so I guess it makes sense as a first ban. Usually you see him banned out in the second stage if he is banned out at all. Well, Lycanthrope banned out, no surprises there. They do have second pick, so they'll ban him out. Make sure that No Pain No Gain don't get their hands on a Lycanthrope, even on the Radiant side, an incredibly scary hero to deal with.
Yeah, because we are going to be waiting for these second bans. And interesting enough, the bans are taking their time, as the Void is going to get banned out. And the Doom instantly gets picked up. Managing to get through the ban stage, and Doom is just such a good hero. There's a reason why he's picked up in or banned out in a lot of the games, just simply because out of he counters every single hero.
Some he doesn't counter as much, like Death Prophet, once she gets her ultimate off, but still 15 seconds or whatever duration the Doom ultimate is, where you can't cast any spells and you're taking the dot damage as well and you can't use items, is actually broken. I think we're going to see nerfs on that spell next patch. Don't quote me on that, but I think the damage is a little bit too good to be true. That said, Razor Earthshaker is going to be the picks for Commander 5, and then Shadow Shaman picked up by No Pain No Gain.
Yep, and obviously we saw Commander 5. They went against a Earthshaker in the last game, and it didn't quite work out for No Pain No Gain, as they obviously did get pushed down. The Fisher only delaying the huge Death Ball push that ended up coming out, as these two teams really want to get on with playing this game, as the bans and picks are just racing along.
Yeah, I don't know, Doom is an interesting hero, even though he is really strong. He doesn't offer much to the Death Ball push of the current patch, and it's very easy to Death Ball up against a Doom, because if you're able to get the snowball rolling fast enough, he just can't do anything in the way of counter push. So I don't know. I think possibly they would have been better off picking up the Death Prophet Shadow Shaman as their picks, but I don't know, still a solid first pick for No Pain No Gain by any stretch. And well, Commander 5, they don't really have their Death Ball pushing lineup created just yet. With Razor and Earthshaker as their first two picks, you can kind of do anything with that, but with Pugna, Death Prophet, and Shadow Shaman already out of the question, I don't think we'll be seeing that, and it should be a fairly... reserve time. Yeah, I don't think we'll be seeing a repeat of the first game at the very least.
Well, there are still a lot of heroes that do constitute to that Death Ball push, as you can pick up an Invoker, go Exhort and get those, get his minions out and start doing harassment tower pushing damage with that. You can even go for a Chenna Enchantress to do even more damage with that, and a tower pushing ability. So it's not out of the question, but it is going to start to be a little bit of a difficulty if Commander 5 want to go for that strategy with the Shadow Shaman already being picked up and the rest of the more common Death Ball pushing heroes being removed from the pool.
Yet again, we're going to see a Centaur Warrior, and Commander 5 are going to have a lot of great ways to initiate team fights, especially if they get a blink onto Earthshaker as well as Centaur early. That said, both of these heroes kind of have difficulty doing so. Centaur, especially on the dire side's laning, is not that great, and he doesn't have the fallback mechanism of going into jungle, and similarly for the Earthshaker, he can't really go into the jungle to get his farm either, and is really reliant on winning those team fights and getting some early towers in order to get his blink. Batrider, on the other hand, is the complete opposite. He can pull a Blink Dagger out of nowhere as long as his supports are stacking up for him, and we'll have to see if No Pain No Gain are going to be able to get this Batrider up to a point where it's going to be scary, get that blink early, get some early kills. It's interesting that Batrider's been in both of these games. Usually don't see that, especially in the current patch. Batrider has really fallen out of grace.
Yeah, Batrider, the issue is that he, in some ways, takes too long to get online. Without his Blink Dagger, he isn't the greatest hero in the world, and it does mean that in the first 12 minutes, you're effectively just trying to farm that Blink, trying to farm the boots, and on the off-lane position, it can be difficult. It does mean that once he gets the Blink, he becomes a force to be reckoned with. Before then, while everyone's deathballing around and pushing, he's often turns the game into a 4 versus 5 in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah. I don't know, let's see where K5 are going to go ahead and take their draft after a very fast second banning stage, as well as those first picks coming out of it. They're going to take their time and eat through a bunch of their reserve time as we wait for this next pickup. I think they could pretty much go for whatever they wanted to. It's still pretty scary running a single core up against a Doom, however, so I think running a multi-core lineup is probably the better choice for them. Razor, although a decent anti-carry, is not going to carry the game on his own. So let's see how greedy Commander 5 are going to go with these next two pickups.
Yep, they do have the stuns already, so they're not really limited into what they can pick, as long as they have the ability to deal with the Shadow Shaman pushes. The Invoker does get picked up. A hero that's kind of fallen out of popularity a little bit, just due to the meta, but still amazingly good. Build him in a numberless amount of ways. Good in teamfights, good in single target ganking, can turn into a pusher. If you've got a good Invoker player, there's no reason not to pick him up.
Yeah, and with the Centaur Warrior especially, great ways to get kills around the map. If they find the Shadow Shaman Batrider around the map farming up solo. They can just blink, hoof stomp, double edge, sunstrike coming in. That's pretty much a dead hero. Wraith King's going to be the pickup for No Pain No Gain, another one of the very common support picks currently. I'm presuming that's going to be a support Wraith King where No Pain No Gain pick up a 5th core for their lineup, and Wraith King Shadow Shaman, one of the premier supporting duos, great at getting kills with the Wraithfire Blast into the Shackle support from the Shadow Shaman. Just a lot of uptime so that they can get their auto attack damage off.
Yeah, because we are waiting for this last pick come out from Commander 5, and they have their offlaner, they've got their mid, they've got their carry, they just need one more support, and preferably a range support. As they do actually have a lot of very close, small range, and, well, if you're looking for range supports, Mirana's a very nice pickup right there. It's a little, can often be difficult to link it up with the Fissure, but still a stun is a stun against the arrow, and that is going to be their lineup.
Yeah, Earthshaker used to be the premier hero for setting up those arrows coming out from the Mirana, but if you do have a supporting duo that are really on the same page as each other, you can really make that work. You kind of have to throw the arrow and the Fissure at the same time in order to get them lined up, as the stun duration on Fissure is pretty lackluster. But if you find yourself a good block and there's nowhere for them to run, it's kind of like hitting fish in a barrel, just kind of straight line into that arrow, and we'll have to see how Commander 5 are going to utilize this supporting duo. Mirana's going to be good as well if they're able to get a little bit of steam under this Mirana. She can translate into more of a semi-carry, as later on in the game the Centaur Warner is not going to be taking up that room on the map, and Mirana should have some room to pick up some items. And Mirana, although not the scariest right-clicking hero, can pack a punch.
Yeah, we are waiting for this last pick, but I do have to wonder about the term shooting fish in a barrel. Is that, did someone actually test that to find out how easy it was? As in just some guy going, yeah, I've got experience with that, it's pretty easy.
I believe that was on Mythbusters once, and they found that the shockwave coming out from the bullet hitting the water in the barrel would kill the fish first. So even if you missed the fish, you'd still kill it. But yeah.
Oh, that's pretty... It's good to know in case I'm in a situation like that.
Yeah, I guess so.
Get the revenge on the fish.
I think if you already have the fish in a barrel, he's pretty much dead anyway, so... I don't know.
And a barrel full of piranhas we need to get rid of. But either way, we are waiting for the last pickers. No pain, no gains. Lack of picking has devolved this conversation into fish in a barrel. Talking about literal metaphors.
Yeah, as aforementioned, I'd like to see another core to pick up from No Pain, No Gain. Preferably something with a decent amount of range behind it. Let's see how they're going to angle this draft. Doom's going to be pretty useless early on until he gets up at least some core item, whether that be Blink or Mechanism for his team, or even if he goes for Midas, one of the bigger ticket items, Shiva's or Assault Cuirass. But it's going to be an Enchantress, so farming Wraith King it is. This is a great aggressive tri-lane, coming out with the Wraith King, Shadow Shaman, as well as Enchantress roaming in. Possibly one of the strongest ones in the game. Batrider is presumably going to be taking up the mid position with a safe lane solo Doom, but then again, the Doom and Batrider are kind of interchangeable in that respect.
But also, interestingly enough, is who is on No Pain, No Gain going to go mid? As in, they've got the... I guess they could send the Batrider mid and put the Doom off lane if they wanted to, or the Doom mid if they want to go for this aggressive tri-lane. But I'd say that Invoker beats both of those.
Absolutely. Like, I don't think that they're going to be able to put much pressure onto Slash Strike unless they rotate these supports. But with an Enchantress Shadow Shaman, that's definitely an option. I think a lot is going to lie on Nier and Sky's performance this game as to whether No Pain, No Gain are going to be able to get off to a good start. Because if Commander 5 are able to get that start, there's going to be very little holding them back. With an Centaur Warner as well as the Invoker, aforementioned combo, catching out this Enchantress and Shadow Shaman is pretty much a death sentence for either of those two heroes, and their pickoff is incredible. Their pushing power also with the Invoker, Forge Spirits as well as Necrobook presumably will be his build, and then Razor's Aghanim Scepter Ultimate. They have plenty of ways to take the towers on top of that. Yeah, I think No Pain, No Gain need to get control of this game very quickly and then maintain that control in order to win.
Yep, I would agree with that. We do have the pause customary at the beginning of the game, so let's go through what the teams currently are in this game number 2. We do have here No Pain, No Gain. One game behind. After a pretty dominating display coming out from a K5, we do have Sky playing on the Enchantress, Rosso on the Doom, Mango Banana on Batrider, Nier on the Shadow Shaman, and Beatwater, my friend, on the Wraith King.
Yeah, and on the Dire side, we are going to have a Mirana played by Master Risk. Centaur Warner going to be played by Warren. The Razor is going to be taken up by Matris, leaving Slashstrike on the Invoker, and Jussie playing on the Earthshaker, sporting the nifty Immortal as well as those Orans that I believe are from Diretide.
Yep. And I will say that looking at the courier on the side of No Pain No Gain, the little Pudge one, which one do you prefer as a courier? The little parrot or the Pudge you got from the international, that international buck thing?
Lieutenant Squawkins all the way. I don't know, Pudge, not really feeling it.
Yeah, most definitely. I want that parrot in real life, just carrying me little things.
Absolutely, as we now do get into the game, where we'll see how these lanes are going to break down for both of the teams.
Yep, the pause has been finished, and the game shall go on. And it looks like we might be going for an aggressive tri-lane coming out here, out from a K5. The tri-lane versus tri-lane did work out for them in the last game, so why not try it again with the Scent being able to go 1 versus 1 against either the Batrider or not. It looks like he is going to be going on this bottom lane, and it's just simply going to be a 5-man push to secure this jungle. And it's going to be a 5 versus 5 team fight coming out right in a moment.
Minus the Doom, but Doom level 1 is quite possibly one of the worst level 1 heroes. So they might be able to catch out near. I don't think unless they land an arrow, they'll be able to have anything happen. And while Master Risk is going to pause, yeah, very awkward one, but it looks like we're having a little bit of lag.
Yeah, pretty awkward right now as everyone is in the same jungle, all just kind of like hanging out. And it does look like they are ready to go continue. Doom's going to unpause the game, and Rana, is she going to try and go for the arrow? She hasn't leveled it up yet. Doesn't look like she is, though. And she's going to be able to get out of there. The wall just going down.
Yeah. Honestly, on a support Murata, I don't think there's any reason to go for Leap level 1. If you have Arrow level 1 and aren't able to find your level 2 quickly, you're actually dead weight for your team. So I think going for the Arrow is probably better, but without the Earthshaker close enough to get the follow-up Fissure, as well as the other heroes not there to get the extra damage, I don't think that would have netted them a kill. But it looks like an aggressive tri-lane it is going to be, with Matris going to be the farming core in that lane. Yeah, not sure if I'm a huge fan of leaving the Razor in the tri-lane. I think he could be solo safe and have the Centaur actually in the tri-lane, offering an extra stun and damage, as well as being easier to leave alone on the lane with the Earthshaker and Mirana roaming, I think would be beneficial for K5. But for now, Jussie as well as Master Risk are going to secure themselves the double damage rune. Mirana getting that one for a little bit of extra harass in the lane.
And just look how many of these creep camps have decided to de-ward on the K5 side, all apart from this one here on the bottom. Near the tier 2 tower on mid. And that is going to be hugely difficult for them to stack and allow that Batrider to get back into the game, as Batrider is going to be going mid against this Invoker, which I do have to favor Invoker for this matchup.
Yeah, for sure. Batrider used to be one of the kings of 1v1, but after this base damage nerf as well as the nerf to the damage on creeps coming out from Seeking Napalm, he's really not able to do so anymore. Centaur taking a lot of guff in top lane from Nier as well as Rozo, and he might actually be in a little bit of trouble. He has boots first, feeling that he's tanky enough. He has the stun, but it looks like mid lane's going to be the action. No, the arrow's going to be off the mark. He's salving up, but he's going to be shackled in place as the auto attacks come out from Rozo. Rozo also with the boots first, as well as Scorched Earth movement speed. Should be able to chase down this kill. I don't know, it's just kind of burger on the rosies for now. They get one more auto attack from Shadowshun, but not able to secure the one from the Doom. So with Shackles level 1, unfortunately Shadowshun was only one creep away from getting that Ether Shock, and the kill on the Centaur Warner.
Yeah, sadly the Scent isn't going to have a very good time. He's going to need some more regens, either sent to him or brought up. And he's going to have to be super careful, as this Shadow Shaman's already all the way back up to mostly full health. Got the Ether Shock, got the Shackles. But we already see the rotations coming out. The Earthshaker coming in, and the Enchantress may need to be a little bit careful.
Yeah, Warren is here, but he's also incredibly low. He really can't go for much. The Earthshaker already threw out his Fissure. He does have mana for another one after clarity up. But Mirana wasn't there for the arrows, so they weren't able to make that be a kill. So in the end, it is going to be tri-lane versus tri-lane with the Centaur at the core. They're going to leave the Razor 1v1 versus Wraith King. Wraith King should be just fine, but now they're going to go into the Doom. The arrow follow-up, that actually hitbox was a little bit weird. But with the double edge, they will secure that kill. Sunstrike not even necessary coming out from Slashstrike. But if they were lacking a little bit more damage, Invoker might have been able to secure himself the first blood.
Yeah, they're already pulling some of their regen back to this Centaur Warrunner, who picked up that first kill, and that's going to be a nice boost to his farming. Already got that ring of regen going towards those Tranquil Boots. In the meantime, the mid lane, surprisingly, Bat is keeping up against his Invoker.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people haven't played up against Bat in mid for quite some time, and Invoker doesn't start out with that great base damage. Even though Exhort is going to remedy that, Batrider can still last it as long as he's spamming out his Sticky Napalm. And Slash Strike, he does have the Magic Stick available for the extra regen, but still Mango Banana playing very aggressively up against the Invoker and keeping him slowed and zoned out. Slash Strike with 6 stacks on him. Mango Banana could go aggressively, and, well, with the 7th stack, he could just Firefly and get this kill. In fact, Slash Strike might just be as good as dead as Mango Banana gets the 8th stack. Cold stack up under tower, but the burning damage is too much for Slash Strike to deal with. Sunstrike, Mango Banana is just fine and dandy, and Invoker underestimating the power of Batrider in the mid.
Yeah, if you can get that amount of stacks on the Invoker, he's gonna nuke you down. Because that Firefly, plus the slow coming out from the stacks, is just so powerful, even with this nerf.
Yeah, it was nerfed on creeps, but not on heroes for the Sticky Napalm, so if you do get, like, above 6 stacks on you, getting killed is so easy, and Mango Banana, there was nowhere for the Invoker to run. Invoker, one of the slowest heroes in the game, and with the turn rate split especially, there was just nothing that he could do after getting to that point. He needed to position himself a little bit more carefully, and in the end, Mango Banana just outplayed Slash Strike. Well, the two supports are going to rotate towards mid, Jussie as well as Master Risk, looking to help out their Invoker, possibly get a kill on the Bat, but the Bat is going towards bottom at the same time, and after he picks up this Haste Rune, probably won't die unless they get the perfect arrow.
In the meanwhile, we do see that Razor's being very annoying, but he might get taken out right here. Gonna have the ultimate blown onto him. Razor doesn't really have a lot of damage, but the Firefly is going to be more than enough. And that is going to be another kill there coming after the Batrider. Him doing some really nice work right there.
Yeah, for sure. Mango Banana having a great game to start us off. Even without that, Blink Dagger making the rotation count. Razor, quite possibly one of the worst heroes to lasso, especially with this build. 3 points up in unstable current. Yeah, the Razor made sure that the Batrider wasn't going anywhere, but at the same token, neither was the Razor as he was lassoed and just held in place. Even though the kill took a little bit longer than you usually would like to see, still able to secure that one. He's going this build mostly because he's laning up against the Wraith King, just able to run him down with that extra movement speed available to him. It's helping him in lane 23 and 14 compared to the 7 and 2 of Be Water, my friend. But yeah, that about sums up the bottom line.
Yeah, this carry on Wraith King just isn't getting the farm he needs right now. So Razor, although he did get killed, is, doing a pretty good job in terms of last hitting and getting what he needs. Especially with being able to just drain away all of that damage. As another kill there comes out as Batrider's going to take out Invoker once again with the help of the Enchantress.
Yeah, with the extra help in that lane, it's a lot easier to secure that kill. Invoker, he's made a good attempt to try to secure a kill on whoever's diving him with the Cold Snap as well as Sunstrike combo. He's landed it, but in the end, it just hasn't been enough damage for him. Yeah.
And I will say right now, this Invoker needs help on mid, as we already see the Earthshaker rotating around to help. He's level 3 right now. Pretty good in terms of the supports. And Invoker, is he still going to go for this Midas?
Honestly, I think even if you get the Midas late, getting the Midas on the Invoker is just so important as an item for him. He's not farming very fast, and he has died twice, but he's still not farming slow enough to really warrant not going for it. Up top, Centaur possibly looking for a kill. Actually, no, that was for down in bottom. Trying to get Be Water, my friend, out to safety, or trying to secure the kill on his ultimate. My goodness, just a little bit scrambled here and there. But Batrider secures himself the Blink Dagger in the jungle, and he's going to have that at sub 7 minutes. Quite possibly one of the fastest Blink Daggers I've seen on a bat. But with 35 CS as well as 3 kills under his belt, Mango Banana should be able to make this into a kill.
Yep, as we are... the Razor, he isn't quite the highest farmer in the game right now. The Batrider doing an amazing job, but he's still winning this 1v1 pretty securely.
Yeah, and although Razor is farming in last hits better, he died once, and, well, with the extra 3 kills, Mango Banana is now at 3,500 net worth compared to the 2,500 of Matrix, a full 1,000 gold on top of the next highest farmer. So let's see if they're going to be able to get this kill. Down in bottom, they jump in, but he gets stunned almost immediately. Nice move coming out from Justy. They just keep him in place, and Mango Banana is going to give up a kill down in bottom. With the clarity up, Master Risk doesn't have a lot of mana to speak of, and I don't think they'll be able to catch any other kills. Matrix is actually going to be stunned up and playing very aggressively. It looks like they're going to capitalize on this as Broso looks for the War Stomp. He doesn't find it, but the Fissure coming in from Justy secures the kill onto the Doom, and 2 for O is going to be the damage here. Master Risk leaps forward, trying to secure any more, but doesn't have mana for the arrow. Sunstrike and one more auto attack. Mirana gets a kill. They would have liked to give that to the Invoker, but in the end, that lead that NPNG had secured for themselves has been completely thrown away. It's 3 kills for 0 down in the bottom lane.
Yeah, really nice, especially that Razor managed to deal so much damage. He was just destroying people left, right, and center, and even managed to get out, and that's the real big thing, as he's going to be going for that mechanism, and in fact, he might have it.
Radiant's mid tower's coming up.
He won't have the mechanism just yet, but has enough money for both of the components. Oh, actually, that's a mechanism recipe. So he's getting dangerously close to that mech. I thought that was for the buckler. Yeah, he's 200 gold away from the completed mech.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering, does he already have it? Is generally you buy the recipe after you've got the items, as the items in themselves are useful before you pick up the recipe, but it looks like he's, you know, he's picked up the recipe, he's very close to getting that mech. While meanwhile, Batrider has got his blink, but not very much else, as sadly that failed gank attempt is going to hurt his farmers. Razor has surpassed him for the first time in the game.
Yeah, well, down in bottom, we have a stun on the Massacre Resistant Doom. A lot of hate going the way of the support Mirana, but she's going to die one way or another. Whether she dies is another story, but with the Flame Break to bounce it back in, to the Scorched Earth, Rosso is going to pick up that kill. They don't go for any more, and for now, it's going to calm down, but they're committing a lot in order to get these kills, and they're giving a little bit more room for K5 to work with. Invoker's going to have that Midas at about 10 minutes, maybe even a little bit less than that. So Slashstrike is going to catch up nicely as this game progresses, and 10 minutes Midas for your mid Invoker, especially going Boots and Basilius first, is not a bad timing by any stretch of the imagination. Now, even more importantly, Centaur gets his Blink Dagger completed, as well as Tranquil Boots at 9.5 minutes.
Yeah, but the Scent picking up that blink is absolutely huge, as that's when Scent goes from a okay hero to a scary hero, as he just starts blinking on his supports, nuking them down the double edge, and you know, sad things happen if you're on the opposite team.
Yeah, well, for now, both teams are just kind of playing fairly defensively, but that said, Batrider trying to go in, but he gets Fissure as well as Cold Snap, and Mango Banana looks like he's going to die. He's flying over the Fissure, but the arrow's going to land as well. Mango Banana not going anywhere. Sunstrike on the backlines. It gets a double kill for Slashstrike as he kills the Shadow Shaman as well. Well, Slashstrike, although getting killed in lane early on, there was nothing they could do about those kills, given the situation, and now he's going to secure himself the Midas as well as a couple more kills on top of that. So 2-2-1, making the best out of a very poor start.
And that was actually pretty sad for No Pain No Gain, as we just saw right there that they went in for the gank and lost 2 kills instead. The Earthshaker and Mirana just being in the perfect synergy together, and this Invoker's just going to start getting a little bit scary. Already got enough money for his upgraded boots, or 1,000 gold in hand. And this Razor's just continuing to free farm on bottom.
Yeah, I don't know. After those 2 failed ganks, No Pain No Gain are looking to be in a really sad spot. I mean, with the start that Mango Banana had in the mid, I thought they'd be doing a lot better, but a mid Batrider is not going to carry your game. He needs to get those ganks in order to really feel effective. They shoot for an arrow onto the Batrider, but in the end, it's not going to land. They might go aggressively up onto the Centaur. They know that the Mirana ultimate is coming, so they might play a little bit more defensively. I don't know, a very interesting Mirana ultimate, to be honest. Tier 1 tower going to take some pressure in mid as the fortification comes out, and it looks like we'll have a couple of seconds to take a look at these graphs, and, well, K5 have managed to build themselves about a 3,000 gold lead, as well as experience looking about the same. Yeah.
The really interesting thing is, they never actually took the lead on No Pain No Gain side, even when they were doing pretty well in terms of ganks and the Batrider getting the farm they need. As that mid tower, the first tower of the game, is going to go down, and that's going to give an even further lead for a K5.
Yeah, a lot of that has to do with the Razor doing well, farming well, and just the efficiency around the map. They lasted the Razor, but they're not able to move him anywhere with that maxed out unstable current. Now he's just going to start turning. He is hexed up, but it's very low ranked hex. They blink him back in. They do Matrix, but he's going to be just fine. Centaur ultimate comes out, and well, a lot of spells were expended to try to get that kill on Matrix, but he's not going to die at all.
Nope, the Doom is going to come out. In fact, who did he Doom right there?
Matrix. The Razor.
Oh, okay.
Do nothing about
Yeah.
Oh, I just heard it go off right there. That's really weird in my Dota client. It said it sounded like the Doom just went off. But either way, this tier 1 tower is probably going to go down with the help of the wards. And are they going to get any initiation? The arrow's going to come out, and that's a very dead Batrider.
And now Sunstrike comes up from the Invoker, misses on the Enchantress and the Shadow Shaman. It looks like they're going to farm up these wards and looking for the deny. Will they get it? They get the deny, so... Well, even more economic damage being done by K5. They put those Serpent Wards to getting a little bit of map control back, but this tower is not the most important, and they really needed that extra gold to get back into this game, especially with the just better farming that's coming out from K5. All of their cores are sitting at about 60 CS or more, and on the side of NPNG, their highest farmer is the Batrider with about 50, but everybody else is... I don't know, just really faltering at about half of their equivalent on the side of K5, which is why they weren't able to have an advantage even when their Batrider was doing so well.
Yeah, but the Moral Ultimate is going to get popped. Looks like they're TPing into top, but they're very just the Earthshaker. And are they going to want to go on this Batrider once again? He is trying to farm the enemy jungle. A little bit risky right there if he gets caught out. But he is going to be more than safe at the moment. As the rotations are coming in on this top tower, the Shadow Shaman ward's on up for another 20 seconds there. And this Shadow Shaman's going to be in so much trouble if the Earthshaker spots him. And he's going to find the Earthshaker.
Who's found who as the Hex goes the way of Jussie, and now he's going to be shackled in place. It looks like Jussie's just going to give away his life. He drops a fissure onto 2, but in the end, it's just going to delay the inevitable as Jussie is just going to be chased down. And, yeah, looks for the Enchant Totem, not going to find it. The rest of his team just kind of bailed on him, giving up the Earthshaker kills. Unfortunate for K5, but the Centaur kill, not sure why he was so low. He TP'd back to base in the very end.
Yeah, but in the meantime, we do see Mirana going to be just farming up this middle lane. Still playing in that support position, but Mirana is one of those heroes that can go from support into that carry role if you can pick up a few nice damage items. The Doom does pick up the Doom onto the Razor. Razor getting dragged back. He's trying to get out, but the Centaur Ultimate doing the work. Along with the Fissure, the Sunstrike going to finish him off, and now the rest of No Pain No Gain are in full retreat, and Razor, he doesn't have any extra damage because he can't steal any. He's going to start stealing some right now. Sky's going to have a whole bunch of damage done to him, trying to run away. The Shadow Shaman realizes he's in so much trouble, barely gets out alive.
Okay, that's the second time that they've thrown Lasso and Doom onto the Razor, and with his maxed out passive, they can't do anything to him. Centaur Ultimate keeps him safe from the Doom, and he just walks away. And they got a deny on the tower as well with the Earthshaker picking that one up, and Mango Banana, he is so dead. He blinks towards the south. Centaur should be able to blink and cancel his TP. Sunstrike, he misses the blink, but the Sunstrike on the mark. Slash Strike dominating spree. And after giving up 2 kills to start us off, he's now 4-2-1 with a Midas and Necronomicon, looking for a kill on the Doom. Not going to be able to fight because of Scorchers. No! The minus armor from the Forge Spirits was enough to make that auto attack do enough damage.
Yep.
I thought that wasn't going to be the kill, but in the end, 5-2-1 for Slash Strike.
Yeah, brilliant stuff there coming out from the Invoker. The Invoker player just really showing his worth right now. And while there's no real threat of huge amounts of pushing coming out from K5 right now, just his constant winning of the team fights, meaning they're putting themselves into position to take towers regardless.
Yeah, this is going to be about a 16-minute Necronomicon 3 for the Invoker. This is incredibly scary. Also, a Vanguard on the Centaur, usually an item that I'm not a huge fan of, although with NPNG's lineup, not a lot of their damage is magical. Wraithfire Blast as well as Shadow Shaman is going to be annoying, but with that damage block, the Serpent Wards aren't going to bother the Centaur all that much, and all the other heroes right-clicking are really going to hurt themselves more with that return passive. That isn't maxed just yet, but eventually will be. So it looks like Roshan's going to be the next choice for K5. They were on an Arrowhead, and with the Necronomicon on the ground, it's not the fastest Roshan, but then again, not the slowest. This is pretty risky, and it looks like NPNG know what's going on. Let's see how this is going to break down as they push in mid, and actually, they might just be looking for a tier 1 tower, as they're not making a move towards the Roshan pit, and it's going to go down.
Yeah, the wards get popped, and that means this Roshan is definitely going to be in favor of the K5, and they're definitely willing to pick up a, give up a tier 1 just for that. And in fact, they even get, oh no, they don't get the deny. The Mirana not quite getting that. The Mirana Ultimate even getting popped, and, getting that getting that Aegis, on the Centaur. Very nice stuff. Music play, even more aggressive, and he's going to use that. Going to pick up the kill for the, almost gets the kill there on the Enchantress, as he does get doomed up. But the Doom not really doing very much.
Yeah, Sunstrike off the mark, unfortunately, from the Invoker, but yeah, dooming up the center really doesn't do anything. Sky falling so low, they just need a little bit more damage. They'll get it from Matrix's ultimate. Double kill for him, and now the Shadow Shaman going to make that 3, I believe, unless Mirana steals the kill, but triple kill for Matrix and a dominating spree at that. And, well, it looks like K5 are just going to run away with this game, too.
Yep, that is going to be 3 more kills there coming up. K5 just having exactly everything they need, and they're going to go pushing out. The Aghanims going to be pretty close to completed on the Razor right now. Only need 1,000 more gold for that Wizard staff. And Sen is just going to play even more aggressive. The Sunstrike is going to finish him off. The Doom even showing some of that damage, but it doesn't matter as the Aegis is going to finally get used. But the Sen should be more than fine to be able to get out there. Although he doesn't instantly blink away.
He's going to be hexed up, but in the end, it doesn't matter. Matrix has the Aghanim sending to himself on the courier, but it's not going to be there for this push. Another blink in from the center, Warner and Sky. No double edge coming out, however, and they will be able to stun up, but with the Fissure from the Earthshaker, they'll be able to get that kill. Now Hirosa just nowhere to run, and wicked 6 spree for the Invoker, and the first set of racks is going to fall.
Yeah, because the first set of racks going down. Are they going to try and go for some more? They've already got the aggressive wards up. They're just going to TP back, you know, re-clear out some of these lanes and just, you know, take the advantage they've given themselves. As Wraith King may in fact go down right now here, just to the creeps of the Invoker.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's all Sunstrike going to be off the mark. Ooh, he wouldn't have had mana for that ultimate either, with the mana burn coming out from the melee as well as ranged Necronomicon, so that could have been a very good kill on to Be-Water, my friend, but still just a lot of pressure being put out by Slashstrike this game, and he hasn't died a single time since that disastrous laning stage, and Dagon picked up by the Centaur Warner. I don't want him to upgrade it, but I think this choice is just fine this game. They're already dominating, and I think this will allow him to get a lot more solo kills, especially on the Doom, who he doesn't have quite enough damage to burst down in one volley.
Yep. In the meanwhile, we do see a smoke attempt coming out from the Shadow, Wraith King, and Batrider. And at this point, if you want to try and bring things back, you do it via a smoke.
But the entirety of the enemy team's in their jungle, so that smoke's pretty much just going to secure them a little bit extra farm of their own. Centaur's here, and he's smoked up as well, so smoke's galore. If he catches out the Wraith King or the Batrider, they're going to be insta-gibbed. But for now, he's not going to have the smoke popped and doesn't find anybody. But they need to get back to the base with the Aghanim Scepter ulti onto this tier 3 tower. Centaur might just be canceling some of these TPs. If he finds the Batrider, that could be pretty much it. Mango Banana is going to be able to get out there safely, but the tier 3 tower is already down. The arrow's going to land on Rosa, and the Sunstrike from the Invoker gives a monster kill streak to him, and buyback instantly from the Doom. He wants to get in this fight, but the melee barracks is already down. They lasso the Razor, but this time with the force out, but the Echo Slam onto 3. Follow-up stuns coming out as well, Jesse on a killing spree. They're just diving into the well, and now the Enchantress is going to be the next fall. Disconnect, and GG comes out from NPNG.
Yeah, the GG, well played, and that was just complete domination coming out from K5. They had a rocky start this time, but they just brought it back with some good teamfight initiations and better individual farming skill.
Yeah, definitely. Well, for now, that's going to be it here on HeflaTV 1. We will have some more games coming on later in the evening. I believe it's going to be at 3 o'clock, but for now you can all go over to HeflaTV 2, where Heflamoke is casting Sna versus CNB, where game 2 is still just starting. The kill score is currently 0-0, so if you get over there right now, you won't even miss the first blood. So I'll redirect you to that after some music and some ads. If you want to support us, that's a great way to do so. Just sit through the Twitch ads, even though it's annoying watching them over and over again. It really does help. If you do want to support us even more, you can subscribe to the channel and follow us on our Twitch channels at twitch.tv 1 and 2, as well as on our Facebook and Twitter at HeflaTV. The VODs will be uploaded to youtube.com/Heflamoke later on in the game, or later on in the day, I should say. If you do want to share these games with a friend or watch one again, that's where you'll be able to find them. Your casters for these last two best of twos have been GrandisV, and you can find me at twitch.tv/GrandisV, as well as on Twitter at GrandisV. And, well, I've been joined by Baneshee throughout these. It's been a pleasure casting with you, and where can they find you?
Yeah, I can be found at Baneshee on both Twitch TV and Twitter, and obviously Steam. And obviously I can also be found here on HeflaTV 1 and 2, where I'm also subscribed, getting those lovely emotes, 322.
Absolutely.
It's shiny.
Yep, so thank you for watching, and that'll be it for now. See you back here at 3 CET, I believe, is when the next series starts. It will be after the CNB versus Snog game, which is going on in HeflaTV 2. So, see you soon. GrandisV signing out for now. Some music, some ads, and that'll close out the stream.